Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Javier here with The Real Javier Novoa, a channel, a platform, and a modality where we apply the principles of philosophy, spirituality, mysticism, business, and common sense. Let's not forget about common sense to rapid lifestyle transformation. That is specifically getting you free from the prison grid, getting you free from that silly, imbecilic, ladies and gentlemen, 9 to 5 ridiculous work, getting your boss rich, getting the prison grid rich. It's freeing you from the prison grid. And ladies and gentlemen, just as I always invite you, if you find these topics and materials of value, please do subscribe to the channel, like our channel. We're getting more views on our videos than ever. We're getting more likes on our videos than ever. And I'm really fired up and excited because it means that we're going to be able to have an impact. We're going to be able to get this information out to as many people as possible. And we're going to be playing a part in that global awakening, that global change that must happen if humanity is to have a future. So ladies and gentlemen, please do subscribe to the channel. Not only are you putting your hat in the ring, so to speak, you're putting your energy together with ours so that we can all manifest something great, but also you're helping me get the word out. So I will give you a moment to subscribe. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a topic that I had planned on talking about tonight. I actually wrote it up, but then I saw something on Zero Hedge. Zero Hedge is the great financial website that's still sort of off-grid and that's not really controlled by the official narrative. And this really just got me fired up, ladies and gentlemen, got me excited, and I thought I would share it with you. Because here's the deal. As Abraham Hicks always talked about, the new generations coming in, they're already a beneficiary and a receptor of the energy that the last generations have put in. And they're recipients of all of the requests that the generations have put in and all of the improvements and so on and so forth. And things improve as we go on. We might not be the beneficiaries of that improvement, but things improve. And Lenin was right, of course, for all the wrong reasons. But he was right when he said the worse things get, the better things get. We are, ladies and gentlemen, living the worst days of human history, and at the same time, we're living the best days of human history, because these extremes only happen when there's an extreme on the other side. So when there's extreme bad, there's extreme good. And of course, these young generations are quickly being pulled out of the solution back into the problem, and then they go on the worst side. And that's why we're seeing a lot of things get worse with these younger generations. But when they come in, they have that natural purity, and they're standing as the beneficiaries of all of the rockets of desire that we launched off. In Islam, it's called fitra. They're born on this natural fitra, which is of course squeezed out of them by the school system, but they still have trappings of that. And I was reading this article, and it basically says Generation Zers, and I think that's the penultimate one that's come out, melt down over 9 to 5 jobs amid criticisms about Bidenomics. Of course, they know all the crazy stuff, and I think this article was taking a jab at them for complaining about 9 to 5. So I just want to quickly read some parts. I want to show you the video or let you listen to it, and then we're just going to comment, because it just solidifies and cements what we're trying to do on this channel. So, said some Generation Zers are having an emotional meltdown on social media about the world of work and struggle surviving the era of Bidenomics. America's youth appears to be done with Biden, and so on and so forth. But I just want you to hear this young lady. This young lady's talking about, I think she worked a 9 to 5 job for the first time. And I think, again, they were poking fun of her, but I want you to hear this because it just speaks so deeply and so importantly to what we're talking about on the channel here. So let me just pull this up here. I think we have to actually go to X, which is Elon Musk's marvelous platform here. I just want you to hear this, guys.
Being so dramatic and annoying. but this is my first job, like my first 9-to-5 job after college, and I am in person.
It's her first 9-to-5 job.
And I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me fucking forever to get there.
Excuse
There's no
the
way I'm
language.
gonna be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fucking duh! If I was able to walk to work, it'd be fine. But I'm not, so it literally takes me, like, I leave here, like, I get on the train at 7:30, and I don't get home till, like, 6:15 earliest, and then, like, I
Your
don't
whole
have
day's
time
gone.
to do anything.
You don't have energy for anything.
I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like, I don't
Can't
have
cook,
energy
you have to
work
get it
out.
from the
Like,
prison
that's out
grid.
the win-
Oh, and it stopped here. This internet's getting wonky. I'm not even going to edit this video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to try to get it back up so that we can keep hearing it. Of course, maybe the prison grid's trying to stop the internet connection here. Let's see what we got here. She just makes our case so beautifully here. But so we're going to have to get the internet back up, and then we'll restart this again. If I can start it from the where we left off, I will here. But ladies and gentlemen, the prison grid does not want you to hear this information. But we are getting this back up here. So we're back to the video now, and basically talking about how late she gets home. She doesn't have time for anything here.
Like, I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like, I don't have energy to work out. Like, that's out the window. Like, I'm so upset. Oh my god. Nothing to do with my job at all, but just, like, the 9-to-5 schedule in general is crazy. Being in the office 9 to 5, like, if it was remote, you get off at 5, and you're home, and everything's fine. But, like, I'm not home. It takes me long to get home, and, like...
Takes her a long time to get home. She has to just devote her time to making the prison grid rich.
And I know it could be worse. I know I could be working longer, but, like, I literally get off, it's pitch black. Like, I don't have energy. How do you have friends? Like, how do you have time to, like, meet, like, a guy? I don't know. Like, how do you have time to, like, dating? Like, I don't have time for anything, and I'm, like, so stressed out. And I'm also getting my period, so that's why I'm all emotional. But, like, am I so dramatic? It's fine.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So, and of course people are saying, well, what's wrong with the 9-to-5? We all did it. Because these people are not yet fully brainwashed into what the prior generations were, that it was good to work the 9-to-5. They see the absurdity of it, ladies and gentlemen. And at no time in human history was this 9-to-5 thing normal. Think about it. Just a few hundred years ago, our ancestors would farm for half of the year, or even like I think a few months a year. Then they'd have the rest of the year off to spend with their families and so on and so forth. The 4-hour workday, 4 to 5 hours, seasonally, was a normal thing. And the human body was not designed to just sit down and grind out work for 8 to 9 hours a day. In fact, studies show that most of these people, if you measure the work that they actually do, if you were to have any kind of objective measurement, they would be working about 1 to 2 hours, and the rest of the time would just be shuffling papers and busy work. This time could be better spent in creating your own reality, in rejuvenating, in resting, and spending time with your family. Society will change because society's going to have to change. But on this channel, we're not waiting for society to change, because we're at the front end of this. We're on the tip of the spear of this. And this got me so fired up, ladies and gentlemen, because the younger generations, they know that this is something wrong. They know that we're not supposed to be doing this. They know that we're not supposed to be slaves to the prison grid. And they can either go full in and learn about manifestation, learn about reality creation, and learn a way that we can change this, first for ourselves and our families, and secondly for society as a whole. When enough of us do it, society as a whole change. Or they can just get sucked into the prison grid and by their mid-30s and 40s simply become washed out cogs in a machine who are just resigned to this and who are prisoners of death, and who are then going to be caught unawares when all of this craziness in the world situation catches up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, this is no longer a luxury. This is becoming a necessity for surviving as a human species. We cannot be locked into this energetic prison grid, feeding our energy to the matrix, feeding our energy to, let us just say, dark pools of energy that want things to flow in a certain way. And the first way to escape this is know that you're in it, ladies and gentlemen. Know that there is a prison grid and know who you are. That's why on this channel we put a lot of emphasis on metaphysics, on spirituality, and knowing that we are one with the one. Once you know it, ladies and gentlemen, once you can see it, once you see the matrix, once you see that you're in this Truman Show. If you haven't watched The Matrix and The Truman Show with Jim Carrey, who's also awake to this stuff, by the way, I'd recommend that you watch these because it's a very apt metaphorical and mythical description of the exact reality that we're in right now. You're either working 8 hours a day, or you're imprisoned in this moronic sports / tribalism grid, or you're involved in the stupidity of the modern music and the modern culture and TikTok or whatever it is. Anything to get you from being conscious. Can you just be conscious for 1 minute? Just be present. Just be mindful for 1 or 2 minutes and see what it's like to not constantly be barraged by bait that's simply baiting you to get further and further into this consumerist, materialistic matrix. And knowing yourself as the one and being able to independently generate opportunities within you and bring those to fruition on the physical, that's why you came here, ladies and gentlemen. You did not come to work 8 hours a day for a boss. That's why on this channel we are teaching you how to get off the prison grid, how to get off that silly 9 to 5, how to free yourself from the entire culture of entrapment that we're in, how to know who you are, and how to do what you came here to do, ladies and gentlemen. That's what my mission is. That's why I'm fired up. That's why I'm doing coaching calls, guys. Email me, and I will put my email in the description. If you're new to this, if you've been doing this for a long time, I have found means, ways, and modalities that are going to get you results, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, not focusing on the result, because if you focus on the result, you actually counteract that. But it will get you results, ladies and gentlemen, indirectly, and you will accomplish more in weeks than many people do in months or years. So email me and we will get on that. We are releasing videos here weekly, many times daily, about rapid lifestyle transformation, about getting you free from that prison grid, free from a job and a boss. Listen to this young lady. Don't get sucked into that prison. You can be out of it relatively quickly. We're going to give you the tools to do that on this channel. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thanks for sharing the videos. Thanks for all the questions and the emails. Tomorrow we will be releasing the video that I had intended to release tonight. I just wanted to get this message out there for you again. So until very soon, ladies and gentlemen, this is Javier with The Real Javier Novoa, bidding you a wonderful evening and a great weekend. See you tomorrow. Ciao.